So a few days ago, a friend of mine wanted me to make him a grappling hook. He's got a creek in his backyard. It's got a bunch of brush in it. It's just ridiculously backed up. So I thought a grappling hook would be the best thing to clear it out. I mean, you got these nice big sturdy hooks on here. You can just throw it in the creek, just rake it right on out. Made out of scrap rebar. And this is really the only money I spent on it. 75 feet of camouflage poly rope from Harbor Freight. So anyway, I'm gonna go take it to him and see how he likes it. Oh wait, you probably want to know how I made the stupid thing in the first place. So I was actually smart and recorded it. Well, most of it anyway. So hope you enjoyed my little how-to video on how to make a scrap metal rebar grappling hook. Enjoy! Alright, what you're looking at right now is a grappling hook in the process of being made right now. I've already got one of the hook ends bent. Started working on the other. My gas ran out, so I had to go get it exchanged. So I'm going to finish that up, and then still have two ends that need to be bent. And I bent this with an oxyacetylene torch, and I slowly put a curve in it while holding onto it with a pair of vice grips, as you can see. Now I'll remove the vice grips and I'll show you the welds I did. These are the welds that hold all of this together. Basically what I started with was 3 lengths of rebar. None of this is measured, by the way. I just kind of eyeballed how long I wanted it. But I'd say it's roughly 2 feet long, and then the hook ends were just a little bit shorter than this piece of it. And it's just simply just kind of cross welded, as you can see. Okay, so basically what I did was pretend this is longer, and then we just basically did the same thing with the other piece. Like I said, pretend this is longer, and welded to the actual stem, and then we just butted it up like that, and then put our welds all the way around, and then that's how we ended up with this. Kind of like that. You kind of get the idea. You just sort of want to repeat the process on all 4 of the hooks, so you kind of achieve this curved effect here. You end up with something that looks like this. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but will it work as a grappling hook? Yes. I'm actually pretty proud of this design. It's really pretty much how you're going to find most grappling hooks that you're going to buy anyway. They're going to be made in a similar crossed pattern like that. They're not going to be made out of rebar, obviously, but this is a homemade rebar grappling hook. Alright, the last thing I need to do is make an eyelet on the end of this, so I have a place to put rope through it. And I have a pretty good idea on how I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a piece of my rebar that I have left over, and I'm going to use it as a guide to bend the metal around, because it's actually the same diameter as the rope I'm going to be using on this. Perfect. Well, unfortunately, I had some camera issues. My battery went dead. But I went ahead and I finished the eyelet, as you can see. Basically what I did was, after I had it pretty hot and it was starting to form it over, I took a piece of rebar and I placed it right through here. And this was still kind of out here a little way, so I placed a short piece of rebar right through here, and then I laid it down just like this, and then I just hit it with a 3-pound sledgehammer, bent it over the rebar. Now it was kind of tight, so I had to take this and prop it up, and then take my sledgehammer and knock the rebar straight out of the eyelet with the little 3-pound sledgehammer of mine, because with these little I don't know what you call those little ridges in the rebar, it was kind of grabbing hold of itself, so I could wiggle it around, but it was still kind of tight. So I did that, knocked it out, and then while this thing was scalding hot still, I dipped it in some motor oil to heat treat it, so it's good and strong. It's very sturdy. Well, the testing phase is complete of this. Seems to actually work pretty good as a grappling hook. Who would have thought? Pretty impressed with this. This whole build was actually really fun to do. I like little stupid things like this. It's really fun just to make dumb little things that just makes life easier. You know, I wouldn't recommend using this for climbing. Disclaimer. Just don't. It's rebar. But for snagging stupid little things, or, you know, like I said, grabbing things, you know, brush, whatever, perfect. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. If you like that build, please remember to subscribe, comment, rate, all that good jazz. Thumbs up now, actually, not rate. Anyway, thank you for watching. Later.